Hello and welcome into the Farmers Union pregame show. As always, I'm Ken Oda. Kobe Brault stepping in alongside, and Toros come in after another weekend split. Lost on Friday, but bounced back strong against Austin on Saturday.
Yeah, and it was electric in the Pepsi rink on Saturday night. Just kind of a crazy game. Easily the longest first period I've ever seen. 55 minutes, I think it ended up being. But the Toros got back to doing what they do best, jumping on the Bruins early and often. And, I mean, yeah, another weekend split. It's been, I think it's one of those cases where water always finds its level. They started the season winning pretty much every Friday for the first 4 months, and since then they've been 2-5 in their last 7 Fridays. So hoping to change that narrative tonight, but like I said, when you start out so hot on a Friday and winning every single Friday, you know, that eventually balances out over the course of a 9-month season.
It certainly does. And you look at the Toros, you mentioned 2-5 over the last 7 Fridays. All 5 of those losses were followed by a Saturday victory. So even if you want to call this recent streak of losing on Fridays a quote-unquote slump, when your slump is a 500 record, that's a mark of a pretty strong season.
Yeah, and that, you know, just goes to show with the 34-12-1 record, it's these slumps, these ebbs and flows that we talk about, but there's never really been a slump yet this year. There hasn't really been a 3 or 4 game losing streak to report on. It's been much more, you know, 5 or 6 game win streaks, tied the franchise record with the 9 game win streak earlier a couple months ago. And so this team, you know, the 2-5 on the Fridays, yeah, you can look at that and look at that as a negative, but like you said, they bounced back on a Saturday. That's exactly what they did this past Saturday against Austin, blanking them 5-0. Great game, 5-1, sorry. Great game from Lucas Radin in net, and we're able to jump on them early. Like I said, 2 goals in the first, and then just kind of never looked back.
Yeah, you had 11 penalties in that first period too. It was a weird game, but the Toros kind of stayed above the fray and were able to put on a lot of offense. And Aberdeen, on the other side of it, they come in, they dropped 3 of their last 4, all against Bismarck, who's been red hot, and only 6 points back of the Toros, what was a 13-point lead at New Year's.
Yeah, and it's weird to see that separation in the Central, you know, with the top 2 teams. Usually 1 through 5 is pretty jam-packed, and you do see that in the 3 through 5. Aberdeen now 14 points back of first, where Austin sitting in 5th is 18 points back. So Aberdeen coming in with a lot to play for. They don't want to drop into that 4 seed and have to run into a first-round series against the Toros, but that's the tough thing about that 3 and 4 seed is either way you slice it, you're going to go up against 2 very good teams, and we saw that Bismarck team. We're going to see them this upcoming Tuesday, but last time we were down there, that overtime winner, that was one of the best games of the season, and 2 teams that look like the 2 best teams in the division, and you see that with Bismarck 8-1-1 in their last 10, but Aberdeen, yeah, they got a lot to play for. They want to hang on to that 3 seed, I'm sure, and this is the 3rd weekend in a row now that the Toros face an opponent that's hovering around that 4 seed that, you know, has to put it all on the line.
And yeah, Aberdeen, you talked about the stretch they were on before that. 16 of their 25 wins have come since December 1st. They'd only won 9 games in the first 2.5 months of the season before that. So they've been playing much better since December 1. Of course, as good as that sounds, the Toros have won 18 games over that same stretch. So they've been playing about as well as the Toros have been playing since the start of December. So while they're not in that top 2 group like us and Bismarck, they're certainly probably the best of the next 3 teams, I would say.
Yeah, and you see that with the season series, right? 6-4, the Toros have found a lot of success against Austin, a lot of success against St. Cloud. Obviously, everyone's found a lot of success against North Iowa this season, but 6-4, a pretty even split every weekend besides the October 3rd and 4th weekend down in Aberdeen. November 3rd and 4th. But that jump-started a 6-game win streak for the Toros, and so coming in off that Saturday win, you hope that they can take some momentum. It's going to be 5 games in the next 7 days, so there's a lot happening. This is the tough part of the season too, getting towards the back half, the playoff stretch. But yeah, pretty close games both ways, and you see that with that 6-4 season series.
Let's take a look at the Noodles numbers as we turn our attention to this head-to-head. Toros goals per game, 3.4. Aberdeen's 3.19, certainly not bad at all. The difference has been keeping the puck out of the net. The Toros almost a full goal better, 2.13 allowed compared to Aberdeen allowing 2.94. Special teams about even on the power play, penalty kill. That's the big difference there. Toros ranked top in the league, Aberdeen 29th on the PK.
Yeah, and you saw that Friday, had some power play struggles last Friday night against Austin. Saturday going 2 for 4. That translates to a pretty easy victory on Saturday night. And that's the thing with the Toros is they've been doing a great job of leaning on teams. They outshot every single opponent that they faced in the month of February. Went 5-3 on the month, but it was an average of 8.6 more shots per game than their opponent. And so, that type of shot volume translates to, those goals per game. And then the goalie play, you can't say enough about Brady James and Lucas Swadin. It'll be Brady James and net tonight, but both goalies have looked really, really sharp. And the defense, all year we've talked about how good this defense is, and you see it with a +59 differential, whereas Aberdeen's sitting there with a -1. And again, just two different styles of play, but we'll see which one reigns supreme this weekend.
That'll bring us to our Minotauros Booster Club player to watch. And Kobe, I'll let you kick this one off since you already mentioned it.
Yeah, and it'll be my player to watch tonight, Brady James, getting the nod in the net. Took a tough loss last Friday against Austin in a game where the Toros outshot the Bruins by 15. Just a tough one when the opposing goalie is standing on his head. But you look at Brady's numbers throughout the season and then his numbers versus Aberdeen. 2-1 versus Aberdeen on the year, a 3.05 goals against average against Aberdeen compared to his season average being a 2.114. So gives up almost an extra goal a game against these guys, and you see with the Noodles numbers how close each statistical category is. So looking for Brady James to bounce back, have a big game tonight, and help that back end lead the Toros to victory.
On my end, I think the player to watch, Jack O'Hannison. 5 goals, 4 assists against the Wings through 10 games, almost a point per game for O'Hanny, and he's reunited with John Emmons again this weekend. They played their youth hockey together. There's some chemistry there, and of course, Nicholas Kettinen rounds out that line. I think it was an adjustment for them playing without Joel Lettinen for the first time last weekend. He'll hopefully be returning soon, but for now, having Emmons slide in on that line, I'm looking for now a week of practice and more chemistry being built for that group to go back to carrying the Toros.
Yeah, and we saw it last year, right? That Emmons, Lipinska, Longy line was a line that the Toros leaned on for the entirety of the season, and it was Emmons facilitating. And I thought he did a great job last Saturday facilitating for O'Hannison and Kettinen and kind of settling into that role. And like you said, a week of practice, getting used to that line going together. I think they'll find some more success with that this weekend.
That'll bring us to our home key group, keys to the game, and I'll kick this one off. I'm going to go with protect the house. We talk about this Aberdeen Wings team. We've seen it since Scott Langer took over 5 or 6 years ago, however long it's been. They love the cross ice pass, the pass from one circle to the other, and they put a lot of pucks on net. One of the easiest ways to slow down this offense is to pack in front of the net, take away those passing lanes, don't let them get the cross ice stuff going. And I think that'll be a huge key for the Toros this weekend.
Yeah, and kind of piggybacking off that, on the offensive side, shoot early and shoot often. Like I said, outshot every single opponent in the month of February. Have outshot most of the opponents that they've played this season. And you saw a lot of success on Saturday getting that 2-goal lead early. Get the crowd engaged, keep the fans in it, and I think they'll find a lot of success if they're able to keep that going in terms of outshooting the opponent.
Certainly, I think Noah mentioned it last weekend. When the ice here starts to deteriorate as it gets warm, it's harder to make those skill plays. It's harder to maybe come back in a game that you're behind. So scoring first certainly be a key as well. That brings us to our Forebears Casino and Lodge over-unders fans. If you haven't already, I keep telling you, download the Toros Hockey mobile app. You can play along with these and 6 other games during every Toro home game. Win prizes to take home with you. The Forebears Casino and Lodge over-unders get you a stay-and-play package from our friends at Forebears Casino and Lodge. Over $200 of value on that one. So, Kobe, I'll let you play, but of course you can't win. Toros first period goals, set it at 0.5.
I'm going to go with the over. Like we said, shoot early, shoot often. I think if the Toros can get out to an early lead, that will bode very well for them. So I'm going to go, I'm a little biased, but I'm going to go with the over on that one.
Total Wings second period penalties. We don't know who the official is yet, but 2.5. Will Wings get in a lot of trouble or not as much trouble during period number 2?
Honestly, it'll definitely depend on how the first period goes, but I'm going to go with the under here just because the Wings know what's at stake. They want that 3 seed. and they're going to do what it takes to protect that. And I think, silly penalties, finding yourself in the box, finding yourself down a man is something that they're going to try to avoid, at least on Friday, depending on how the first period goes.
Total Toro goalie saves 29.5. I think that as much has to do with how many shots you think the Toros will allow versus the abilities of Brady James.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the under on that as well. I think the defense is going to show up and show out tonight, and I think they're going to make Brady James' life easier. And yeah, I think 29.5 is just a little bit too high. I'm going with the under on that one.
That'll bring us to the McDonald's Toros trivia question. Again, you can play this on the Toros Hockey mobile app as well. Who was the first Toro to have a hat trick against the Aberdeen Wings? Was it Chase LaPinta, Reed Stephenson, Keenan Lund, or Zach Bross?
I'm going to go Keenan Lund. No real statistical backing there. I have no idea what the right answer is, but like my teacher always said, when in doubt, you guess C. So I'm guessing C, Keenan Lund. That's my final answer.
All right, that'll do it for the Farmers Union pregame show. Time to turn over to Josh Carlock for tonight's starting lineup.
Good evening, Toro fans. The Minot Minotauros welcome you to the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena for tonight's matchup between the Aberdeen Wings and your Minot Minotauros. Are you ready for some Minotauros hockey?
Do not fear the howling winds. Fear the creature that dwells in the shadow, lurking, waiting. For when the darkness deepens and the cold embraces, it is then you should fear the Minotaur.
Now it's time to meet your SRT Communication Toros starting lineup. In goal from Beaconsfield, Quebec, number 33, Brady James. On defense from Andover, Minnesota, number 44, Weston Nah. On defense from Ancaster, Ontario, number 42, Adam Mahler. At left wing from Orland Park, Illinois, number 18, John Small. At center from Sewickley, Pennsylvania, number 19, Nicholas Zawecki. At right wing from Glencoe, Illinois, number 81, Trevor Stahoya. And tonight's Culver's captain, Luke Rupert. The Toros are led by head coach Cody Campbell. He is assisted by Tyler Ebner and Wyatt Wazelenchuk. Toro fans, we ask at this time as you rise as you are able, as the Minot Air Force Base Honor Guard presents our nation's colors.
Welcome inside the Pepsi rink in Mesa Arena. Ken Oda in the penalty kill formation, down a man tonight. But still do my best to bring you all of tonight's action. Toros and Aberdeen Wings from the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Glad to have you all aboard. Lacey Britt checking in from Disney World. What are you doing tuning into us? Toros hoping to make the Mesa Arena tonight the second happiest place on earth as we get a look at tonight's Toros SRT starting lineup. Brady James in net, Knox and Mahler in front of him. Small, Zwiecki, and Stahowiak, the group to start the game up front. There's the full lineup for you. Toros working right to left in the home cream sweaters, cream socks, cardinal red buckets, breezers, and gloves for the men from the Magic City for the traveling Wings. They are in their road black setup. We're glad to have you aboard here as the puck is down and we are underway. It's dumped in on net. Croy Kokendorfer stops it behind the cage, rung to the far side. Kept there, Mahler throws one on net, loose puck put in front. Karams around, it comes to John Small for a shot, rebound still loose, hacked at, did it go? No. It is underneath Kokendorfer, and we have our first whistle just 15 seconds in. As we get another look at the scramble, John Small threw a puck back towards the cage. Didn't get it to go, however. More fans checking in on social. Yvonne Bouffard from Champlain, Quebec. The Spencers from Mokina. Aunt Doreen, along with Jack O'Haney's dad, watching on NATV. Mike and Mel from Arizona. Quick jam play at the side of the net. Toros digging, arms are up, and it's waved off right away. I don't know that it was ever over the line. It took just 7 seconds off the clock. Draw will be to the right of Kokendorfer. Zwiecki. Small in the shooting hole. Stahowiak still out. Mahler and Knox remain with them. The Wings have changed it up a bit. Squirts to the slot. Good hit by Adam Mahler. Puts a wing down hard. That was Isaac Holmstrom. Near side, Stahowiak. Back to the point and Knox. Knox looking for a tip. He got it, but it went up high off the glass. Zwiecki and Small digging down low for the Toros. Small comes out with it. Hands for Stahowiak. Stahowiak carries behind the net. He'll battle there. Zwiecki helping out. Zwex pinned to the wall. Turner and Stahowiak lurking on the outside of the scrum. Can't see a number on the wing that has Zwiecki pinned. Coming down the wall is Woogie pressuring Holmstrom. Far side, Holmstrom tries to hand it off. Toros on mid-change. And that's Ohannesson who finds it and dumps it right back in. Kokendorfer out of his net. Good stick by Ohannesson, breaks that up. He finds Emmons. Emmons leaves for Woogie. Woogie looking across the blue line. Jockums. Jockums just chips it deep. Ohannesson tries to spin it to Emmons, but it's off the mark. Woog hands down to Ohannesson. Ohannesson feeds Kettinen. Kettinen getting his first touch of the night. Couldn't quite hold on as he was cut off. Turner gathers for the Wings. Toss across to the near side. A good read by Woogie. Takes it away. Colby Volk into the zone. Shot. Blockered aside. It comes to the near wall. Ohannesson rings it to the far side. Jockums gets around Cull. Leaves it for Emmons. Emmons fans on a shot. Races on the other way. This will go the length. An icing call against the Wings. Icings brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center. 18-13 left to play here in period number one. It's been all Toros so far. Shots 3-0 in favor of the men from Minot. Just haven't managed to find twine yet, though they did celebrate once. Don't think it ever did make it over the line. Far side, this is Dawson. Leaves for Casey. Casey trying to get it back to the point in Gibbs, but it's cut off and it'll go the other way. Dumped the distance by Cull. Toros will retreat and retrieve as the Wings change after the icing. Far side, Muller turns it over. Colleroy in front, shot it up off the glass. Rebound to the near side. Dawson ahead. Casey spins it deep. Muller and Reed after it. Moves to the near side. Having trouble with it there is Comfort. Pressure comes, and he'll eventually find relief with Cholera. Cholera ahead. Pollock couldn't gather. Casey touches up the ice. It's broken up and comes back towards him. Pollock leaves. Carried ahead by Bulgakov, and then a shot that goes up and out of play off of the goaltender, Brady James. 17:20 left to go here in period number one. More fans checking in. Noxie's mom, Amy Denoma. Hanny's mom from Michigan says thank you for a great family weekend. No, thank you to the Toro families. So many made the trip. Over 60 Toro family members in the Magic City last weekend. We've got Scott and Jessica Dawson tuned in Traverse City, Michigan. It's been a long time since I've been to Traverse. They used to have an NA team, the North Stars. Made a few trips up there when I was working for the Chicago NA team. This is into the zone, broken up. Wall takes over. Chases or carries behind his own net. He's chased there. Thrown to the far side. Ty James trying to hold the zone. He cannot. Gardner forced back. Now he misses Ingstrup with it. Brady James hands to Ingstrup. Far side, Ty. Comes across for Spencer. Ian gains the line on the near side. Working against Winkler. It's broken up. Ingstrup throws it towards the cage. It's gloved down and carried ahead by Conan. Colby Volk breaks it up at the Toro blue line. Quickly ahead for Spencer. Spencer hits the brakes, looks for help. He tried to hand it to Ingstrup. The pass was off the mark. Ingstrup pursues deep. Bear frees it up. Plays up top for Woogie. Woogie has it taken away by Conan. He'll go the other way. Shot blockered into the corner by Brady James. Chipped up the wall. Stahowiak. Stahowiak has Small breaking up the ice. He couldn't settle it down. He pokes it around. Backhand try. Doesn't go. The rebound was there, but the Toros were not. A vacated cage. Kokendorfer slid far to his left and left the rebound right in the slot. Toros just weren't there. Chipped ahead by Zwiecki. D to D, Comfort comes to the near side. And it's thrown deep into the Toro zone. Brady James look far side Gibbs. Gibbs worked over there by Weisner. Weisner threw it to the middle, no one home for the Wings, and the Toros just chipped that out to neutral. Gavin Reed looks up the wall, it's chipped deep by Cull. Out of his net to stop is Brady James. He'll try the near side and Knox. Knox across for Stahowiak. Stahowiak gains the line, looks to walk in. A good poke by Reed, frees it up, but Ty James there in support. James along the blue line tries a shot that deflects just wide. Kokendorfer took a chop at Small as Small went by. Comfort, meanwhile, plays it behind the net. Reed keeps it moving. Ty James steps up. The puck eventually worked out to neutral. Holmstrom after it. Mahler does well to keep it away from him. A swap by Zwiecki doesn't go. Pollock trying to settle it down. Cannot. Weisner there in support. Plays to the near side, and the Wings break out of their zone. It's ahead for Pollock. Pollock leaves off far side for Cholera. Cholera carries around behind his net. Turns back the way he came. Throws to the middle. Pollock has it there. Carries out to the wall. Tries to leave along the wall. Big collision there. Kettinen comes out with the puck. Kettinen hands to Emmons, who gives to Ohannesson. They play a give-and-go game, and now Ohannesson's return pass was broken up. It rolls to Kokendorfer, who gets over the top for a whistle. 14:30 left to go here in period. And number one, still no scores. We got another look at that rebound and the save by Brady James. Ann and Lauren Spencer watching in New Lenox. The Kowitzes are aboard from about 2 sections to my right. And Noah Grant tuned in. We'll have Noah back on Tuesdays. There's a long shot soaked up by Brady James. Draw will be to the right of Brady James. Toros play out to neutral. Hannesson hands to Emmons, back to Ohannesson. Returns for Emmons. It was just out of his reach. Puck poked free. Wings gain the line. Forced out, and they roll it back deep. Toros play ahead. Casey couldn't gather. Turner does. The defenseman leads the rush, leaves off far side. Taken away by the Toros. Casey, he starts up ice. Gives to Muller. Up top, Knox, long shot, it's in. Weston Knox gives the Toros a lead on a long shot through traffic. Here we get another look. It's up top for Knox. He's able to find a way to give the Toros a lead. Wings take over in their own zone. Played ahead along the near side. Sharon into the zone. He'll ring it to the far side. Here's the call to goal from Josh
Brought to you by Northern Plains Equipment. Goal scored by number 44, Weston Knox. His third of the season. Assisting on the goal, number 3, Jordan Gibbs. Also assisting on the goal, number 27, Chad Muller. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 5 seconds of the first period.
Small couldn't quite gain possession and get one towards the cage. Forced back out to neutral. Dumped down. Toros will change. Wings take over in their own zone. They gain the line. Far side. Shot save made by Brady James. It was Weisner who was allowed to walk in and get that opportunity. Spencer tries to chip it ahead. Mahler fed Gardner, but Gardner mishandled, and now Cole gains the line on the near side. Cole walks in, shot blocked by Mahler. Spencer gathers the loose change, gains the red line, and rolls it deep. Kokendorfer couldn't stop that one. Bear throws it in front. He wanted guards. The pass was off the mark. Picked up instead and carried ahead by Cole on the near side wall. Leaned on by Woogie. Puck squirts to the front. Pollock with a shot that goes up off the glass. To the far side, another long shot. That skips wide. Side of the net. Cole looking for help. Doesn't get it. And Woogie punches it ahead for Spencer. Spencer into the zone. It's broken up. Lays free in the referee crease on the near side. Pollock couldn't keep it away from Jockums. Kobe Volk has trouble. Now dumped in from center by Spence. Turner tries the near side. Emmons can't free it up. Bouncing puck through neutral. O'Hannison's tied up. Kettinen finds the handle. Played back. Knox. Long toss ahead. Off the mark. It rolls on net for a cover by Kokendorfer. Fans follow Jeremy Pike, one of the fine writers for MinotaurosHockey.com. He's on recap duty this weekend. Live tweeting the games as well. Jeremy and Pike, JeremyNPike, for live updates, along with the rest of our socials. This goes down the ice, picked up by Gibbs. Gibbs leaves for Knox. Knox, with his third of the season, has made it 1-0 Toros. 10:05 left to play here in period number 1 as the Toros pursue in the offensive zone. Shots are 6-4 in favor of the Cream and Cardinal. It feels, though, like they've controlled the play more than the shot totals suggest. Ahead for Kettinen. Kettinen carries in, leaves off for Emmons. Emmons couldn't pull the trigger. He carries down to the corner instead. Looking in front, he has O'Hannison for a shot that stopped. Caroms to the near corner on the rebound. Kokendorfer didn't know where that puck went after it hit him, and now a delayed call coming as Emmons was taken down. Toros will go to the power play. They're taking Gavin Reed. Toros power play, it ranks 12th in the league, 19.3%. The Wings on the kill, 29th in the 32-team league, 78.1%. Woogie leaves off far side. Near side, O'Hannison. O'Hannison drops down for Muller. Tries to return it to O'Hannison. It's broken up, but Muller finds it, guides it up top for Kettinen. Kettinen gives back to O'Hannison at the hash marks on the near side. Near side, Kettinen tries the far point, and Woogie. Woogie pressured by Pollock, carries down the wall, Hands to Kettinen, looks up top for Small. Small across for O'Hannison. O'Hannison tries the far side, one-timer doesn't go. Muller chases after the rebound to the corner, and then it's flipped the distance. Woogie couldn't keep it. 1:15 left on the power play. Colby Volk to the chorus of Woogs. Small touches back to Kettinen. Far side, Muller tosses to the near side, and Woogie. Woogie will dump it. Kokendorfer out of his net, stops it, throws it ahead. It gets out to neutral. Carried ahead by Casey. Casey around Comfort, tries a shot, save made, rebound left on the near side. Can Noxie get there in time? He cannot. And the Toros will have to regroup again. Half minute left on the first Western Bank and Trust power play. Noxie hammers it in. Far side, they'll joust. Dawson played it to the near point. Knox winds, fires, that goes wide. Rebound, checks up behind the net. Dawson, who I thought had maybe his best weekend as a Toro last weekend, played it to the far point. Mahler shot, tip out front by Dawson, doesn't go. And then Comfort with a late cross check to Dawson's back. Just 3 seconds left on the power play for the Toros. More fans checking in. Danny Held, Andrew Jordan, Matt Muller, Chad Muller's brother, tuned in as well. The Esps checking in. Draw will be to the left of Kokendorfer. 7:38 left to go here in period number one. Toros lead 1-0. Spencer guides it back to the point. Ty James mishandles. And Wings come back to full strength. Bulgakov leaves off, gets it back. Shot from a tough angle, stopped. He picked up his own rebound, did Bulgakov. Bulgakov has done a lap around the zone. Now he throws one to be blockered away. Ty James lost his stick. Near side, Spencer able to work it out to neutral. Wings dump in, hits Spencer. Gibbs finds it, plays across for Ty James. James dumps it in, near side. Turner and Gardner come together. Spencer throws it in front, tip. Trickles just wide for Bear. Bear leaves for Spencer. Spence trying to squeeze off a check, throws it in front. He missed Gardner. Toros have to go back on it. Bear dumps it in. Near side, Comfort speeds ahead. Watched by Woogie, he dumps it to the far corner. Wings fail to gather, and Gardner starts the Toros out. Guards across for Zwiecki. Zwiecki hits the brakes. Hands for Woogie. Woogie looks for Jockums. Jockums up tops to Stohowiak with a shot. That goes just up over the crossbar. Checks up behind the net for Small. Small back to Stohowiak. His shot's blocked. And it went up and out of play for a whistle. First period media timeout. That means it's time for our Northern Century salute.
For tonight's Northern Century salute, the Minot Minotauros would like to salute Airman First Class Anthony Fields. Airman First Class Fields has been stationed at Minot Air Force Base since January 2023. He is assigned to the 5th Security Forces Squadron. He is responsible for protecting the base's 12,500 personnel and securing over $5.5 billion of the Department of Defense strategic assets. Additionally, Anthony is actively completing his bachelor's degree in criminal intelligence and recently received his Resiliency Training Assistant certification. He is now certified to help his fellow airmen in the Air Force's largest security forces squadron overcome challenges in their daily lives. Ladies and gentlemen, Airman First Class Anthony Fields.
As always, thank you to the Northern Century, the newspaper at Minot Air Force Base, for sponsoring our salute. Airman firemen who are honored get 4 tickets to the game, plus a $25 gift card to concessions. Toros win the draw back, but there was no one at that point, so they have to go all the way back into their own zone. It's Mahler back on it. Pass ahead, Zwiecki. Zwiecki crisscrosses with Small, gains the line. Zwex hits the brakes, hands to Small for a shot that's held on to by Kokendorfer. 5:58 left to go here in period number 1 as we get another look at that rush. Smart play by Zwiecki, drops it back for Small. He's trying to create a rebound for Stahowiak, I think, just didn't quite get it. Missy Alexander checking in from home. Aunt Kat and Carter from California. Rooting on nephew Trevor Stahowiak. Far side, Ohannesson fans on it. Holds, comes across for Kettinen. Kettinen throws it to an open side. He was hoping for Ohannesson, but the area pass didn't work out. Wings look to break it out of their own zone. Pass to the far side at the red line, finds Cole. Cole working on Ty James. Can't quite figure out how to get through, but help arrives in the form of Weisner. Weisner working on James. Tries a shot that goes well wide. Actually hit the Zamdor. Mahler digs this out. Adam Mahler able to bull his way out to neutral with help from Kettinen, but Pollock takes over there. He lost into his own teammate's skates. They somehow stay on side. Although even the Wings didn't realize it, so they just gave up the puck. This is Weston Knox. Knox carries to the red line, chips it deep, looks to chase it down himself. Knox does. He tried to put it in front. It hit the side of the net instead. Good read by Muller. Frees that up only for a moment. Now it'll be carried ahead instead by Mackey. Mackey had his pass broken up, and then Kettinen hands to Emmons, gives to Muller. Muller pushing up the near wall, but it'll be taken instead by Winkler. Winkler tries the near side. Bulgakov. Bulgakov gains the line, cuts the middle, but lost the handle. Help comes on the far side from Comfort. He'll ring it down low. Bulgakov tries to leave it back to the front of the net, and it goes wide. Bulgakov raised his arms in celebration. The puck was in the corner. Meanwhile, Winkler cuts that off. Waits for his mates to get onside. Gains the line. Looks into the middle. Good stick by Gibbs. Breaks it up. Dawson hit well after the play, and that's going to draw a penalty. And on the touch, the whistle goes. Dawson. And they're taking Casey, too. Casey bumped into the guilty wing. That might even the sides up. No one from the wings of the penalty box yet. A very late hit. As we get another look, puck was already up ice. And we're going 4-on-4. Draw will be in front of the Wings bench, and that's I only caught the end of it, so I don't know who initiated the contact. But we'll go for a side. Big Diesel, Braden Tews tuned in on the Facebook feed. While Braden was going to Minot State. He was big help on the Toro bench. This is Woogie into the zone. Colby Volk carries down the far wall, hits the brakes, looks to turn it back to the point and finds Jochums. Jochums across for Emmons. Emmons tries to feed O'Hannison. It was in his skates, so Hannison and Emmons trying to walk out of the corner. It's cut off, and Reen forced to turn. Pressure coming. He throws to the near side. Weisner gives to the far. Winkler pressured. Emmons almost took it away with help from O'Hannison. 1:09 left to go in the 4-on-4. Far side, Cole looking to dance in. Eventually lost the handle. Winkler throws it to Bulgakov in the far corner. Bulgakov stepped into by Mahler. And the puck gathered up by Trevor Stahowiak. Stahowiak pushing play. Gains the line. Cuts the middle. Tries a shot. It's blocked. Stahowiak couldn't get to it. It's played to the near point. Knox. Head fake. Walks in. Leaves up top for Zwiecki. Turning along the wall. Gives to Knox. Knox let it roll deep. Knox, the first to it behind the net. He had Stahowiak going to the front, but no lane to get it there. Now he gives to Mahler for a shot. Save made. Rebound. Carried in behind the net by Winkler. Throws to the near side and Bulgakov. Knox wisely backpedals to prevent a quick rush the other way. Near side, Comfort. Works into the zone. Tries a shot that goes wide. Rebound far side. Pops up high in the air for Pollock. He tries to settle it down. Mahler pins him. Both teams come full strength. This is Knox holding behind the net. Near side, Casey. Casey ahead. He missed Muller, and it goes for an icing. And then Reed gives Muller an extra shot. And Kokendorfer just kicked Chad Muller. Kokendorfer just kicked Chad Muller well behind the play. That went uncalled. It was so far behind the play. And now a penalty the other way. It'll be against the Toros. Adam Mahler must have just told them he was going to be coming to the box. A hook is the call. So the Toros to the Papa John's PK. Leading 1-0, 1:50 left to play here in period number 1. Toros penalty kill ranked first in the league, 89.2%. The Wings power play 15th, 18.2. Pollock. As we'll have our third attempt at a drop. Puck sent ahead, and Toros get to clear.
Penalty call on Minotauros skater number 42, Adam Mahler, 2 minutes pucking. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes, 9 seconds of the first period. Minotauros are now on the Papa John.
Gibbs leaves. It's loose in front. Bouncing puck and able to find it was Brady James through a maze of legs. Well, we have our first Forebears over-under. It was Toros' first period goals. Toros did get one. 93.1% of you correctly guessed that they would. For the Shields' first goal predictor, you can play in the Toros hockey app. Wings win the draw. Gravnik with a shot that's blocked off by traffic. 10% of you had Weston Knox scoring the first goal correctly. Spencer couldn't fight free to gather that up. Near side, Holmstrom mishandles, but he had time to get it back. Turner chops it to the middle. It's poked to the near side by Jochums. Taken away by Spencer, and he'll send it all the way down. Toros send it down the ice again. I think they just called it an icing, which obviously with the Toros on the kill would not be the case. So now the question becomes, where do they put the draw? They'll put it in the Aberdeen zone. So the Toros get an offensive chance off of the errant call while shorthanded. Toros have just 2 shorthanded goals this year. That ranks 27th in the league. They win the draw, but Gibbs chooses to backpedal and eat more clock. Now a soft toss down the ice. Winkler pressured by Zwiecki. Leaves it to the near side. Luke Backel hands ahead. Through a check is Weisner. Leaves it to the far wall. Return to Weisner behind the net. Tries to stuff it. It's loose in the blue paint. And then a hard-charging Cholera draws the ire of Trevor Stahowiak. Draw will be to the left of Brady James. Just 18.1 left to go here in period number 1. Zwiecki and Weisner. One back. Winkler holds. Long shot through traffic, tipped up and out of play by Weisner. Draw to the left of Brady James. Belgakov kicks up the wall. This is Weisner. Winkler with a long shot blocked out front by Rugi, and the horn sounds to end the period. 20 minutes in the books. Toros lead 1-0. We'll keep it here for a bit with me instead of Noah. This is weird. Regardless, glad to be with you all here, even if you're stuck with just me. We've got some Napa tricycle races going this weekend. First, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Rochester, a 6-0 win over Danbury. Maine, 6-1 lead on Northeast. That one is midway through the third. In Johnstown, no, not in Johnstown. Johnstown's on the road. They trail 4-2 to New Hampshire. In Middletown, New Jersey, the Titans a 4-2 lead on Maryland. Janesville, a 4-0 lead on Chippewa, mid-second. Austin, a 4-0 lead on St. Cloud. That one's middle second. Nope, that's not correct. That is reporting Janesville and Chippewa. Let's refresh the page, see if we have any better luck. Nope, still giving us Janesville and Chippewa. Bismarck, a 4-1 lead on North Iowa at the first break. Shreveport 2-1 over Oklahoma. Minnesota 4-1 over the Wendigo. That one at the second break. Colorado trails Corpus 2-1. Lone Star and El Paso are scoreless. Kenai and Anchorage and Springfield and Fairbanks not yet underway. Let's bounce into the actual box score for that Austin-St. Cloud game. 1-0 Austin leads. Dylan Cook, 10 seconds into the second. So, we'll bounce over to college hockey scores. Penn State 5-2 over Ohio State, and Minnesota and Michigan in a 2-all draw after one. Michigan State and Wisconsin even at aces after middle of the first. CCHA, Lake State 3-1 over Ferris State in the third. Northern Michigan a 3-1 lead on Bowling Green in the third. St. Thomas 2-0 over Michigan Tech. That's a final. Bemidji a 2-0 lead on Minnesota State mid-second. ECAC action, Yale and Harvard in overtime, even at aces. St. Lawrence a 4-3 lead on Princeton in the third. Colgate 4-2 over RPI. That one's starting the third period. Clarkson and Quinnipiac are deuces late in the third. Final, Dartmouth 5-3 over Brown. And in the second, end of two actually, Union a 3-2 lead on Cornell. Hockey East action, Merrimack a 2-1 lead over Providence. Vermont a 2-1 lead over Maine. Those are both in the third period action. Connecticut and Northeastern are tied at 3 aside. Same could be said for Boston College and New Hampshire. And then UMass Lowell and UMass are even at aces in period number 3. NCHC action, Miami, Ohio and Omaha. They're tied at 3 with 2:21 to play. UND a 3-1 lead over Western Michigan early second. Denver 3-0 over St. Cloud State after one. And Minnesota Duluth and Colorado College are scoreless just 4 minutes in. Non-conference games, Alaska 2-1 over Augustana. Arizona State 1-0 over Long Island. And Stonehill at Alaska Anchorage not yet underway. So, I think commercial. Yep, we'll be sending it out to commercial. We'll come back with the Farmers Union intermission report after these messages.
At Northwest Tire, we have tires for everyone. Needs tires that are reliable and safe to get her family where they need to be. Needs a tire that's heavy duty for all of his off-roading adventures. Needs tires that can get him from point A to point B. No matter what you drive or your budget.
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
Raise your PPMs. If the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in, go out, go off. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care. Here to keep you firing all cylinders.
In life, there's good, better, and the best. The same theme applies for our car and light truck tires at Northwest Tire. We offer you good tires, better tires, and the best tires. Which choice is right for you? That depends on your tire performance needs and your budget. The choice is yours. Come in and talk to one of our tire experts, and we'll help you decide which tire is best for you.
Nothing has embodied the American spirit like the family farmer. Year after year, they continue to work the land and plant their crops. Through droughts, floods, and uncertain markets, they keep that spirit alive with another crop harvested for the next generation. And for that, we tip our hats to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Tomorrow might be hard to see, but tomorrow is right in front of us. And we're always looking towards it. Investing another $4 billion in renewable energy and low-carbon solutions through 2025. And lowering emissions by modernizing our infrastructure, bridging to a sustainable energy future.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we began our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
The Lamplighter is Minott's premier liquor store. Whether you're looking for wine, cold beer, or a fine bourbon, stop in and browse our selection. Or make a quick stop at our convenient drive-thru. The Lamplighter Lounge and Liquor Store.
As far as what Plains Egg has to offer, great bait along with some of the best benefits that I've seen in the job market.
The company understands the importance of family and family values. You need to have that time with your children. Plains Egg is 100% family oriented.
I love working here. Very helpful.
There's no problem it feels like we can't solve if we're working together.
Go to plainsegg.com, fill out the application, and we'll be in touch with you shortly.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has a variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Life is for living. And at First International Bank and Trust, we're all about living, helping your dreams come true. Because we're not just in the banking business. We're in the first home business, the community sponsorship business, the how do I make this happen business, making your banking life easy, so you can focus on what matters most. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
A state-of-the-art hospital and medical office building built with you in mind. The new healthcare campus and medical district. Now open in Minot. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Keep your child's brain development on track. Talk to your child about the dangers of alcohol use. This message brought to you by the First District Health Unit and the Minot Minotauros.
Honey? Good news or bad news?
The trick to throwing well is knowing where you want the ball to go.
Like how the local bankers at First Western Bank and Trust take the time to learn about you and recommend banking services like online banking or personal loans that keep your goals on target.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Hi, I'd like to add my new motorcycle insurance policy, please.
Is it a moped or motorcycle?
No, it's a motorcycle.
Cycling enhances
No, it's a motorcycle. It has two wheels, a seat, handlebars.
Does it have rocky boosters?
Can I speak to a live agent?
Impossible. All agents have been authorized.
At Farmers Union Insurance, technology is important, and so is finding the best options for our clients, person to person. Farmers Union Insurance, local agents, more options, great rates.
I've been canning my whole life. It's one of my favorite pastimes. Today I finished the raspberry jam.
That's my favorite kind.
Here, take it with you.
Thanks, Grandma.
Now for my prize collection. Each jar shows the year it was canned. That way I won't get when I put it in here.
Grandma, what's that?
Oh. Your grandfather and I worked so hard for this. It's our life savings.
In a jar?
Canning is really the best way to preserve anything.
It's true. The way we've always done it isn't always the best way. See how we're changing for the better at Aspire.
Grandma, you can bank your cell phone now.
Oh, wow.
Aspire Credit Union. Aspire to more.
Reminder, alcohol is not a rite of passage. Stop normalizing underage alcohol use. This message is brought to you by the First District Health Unit and the Minot Minotauros.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service at competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call us or visit circlesanitation.com.
Alcohol impacts development of the brain, and you can't buy your child a new brain. Take the pledge and say, not in my house. This message is brought to you by the First District Health Unit and the Minot Minotauros.
At Northwest Tire, we're part of your community, and we want you to be part of our family. We're about more than tires. We're about superior customer service to keep your vehicles and equipment safely rolling down the road. If you'd like to join a company that truly cares for our customers and employees, come work with us and become part of our growing family. Apply at nwtire.com.
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
Welcome back inside the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. First intermission, Toros lead 1-0. Weston Knox, his third of the season. Gibbs and Muller with the assists. The difference so far. Other scores around the division, still 1-0 Austin. And Bismarck up on North Iowa. Still just, nope, that's not accurate. There we go, 6-1. North Iowa scored first, and then the Bobcats rattled off 6 unanswered, including one just 9 seconds after North Iowa scored. No, wait. Box score has the goals listed out of order. Time on the goal on the third Bobcat goal listed is actually 2:59, which would make that the first of the game. Either way, it's 6-1 in favor of the Bobcats. Here it's 1-0. 4 penalties called. A pair of matching minors, a power play each way. In fact, the Toros still have 10 seconds left to kill on Adam Mahler's hooking call. Brady James stopped all 8 he saw. Corey Kokendorfer, 9 of 10. Toros coming back out ice. Looking quickly at NHL scores. We didn't get to those earlier. Coyotes 4-3 over the Senators in the third. Third period action in our nation's capital. And the Caps have a 5-2 lead on the Flyers, and later tonight, Devils host the Ducks. Teams switch sides. Toros not working left to right. As I mentioned, Wings still on the power play for 10 more seconds. Teams lined up. Toros will be working left to right. Toros, I should say, working left to right. Zwiecki and Backel on the draw. Wings control the draw as we start period number 2. Toros come full strength. Loose puck in neutral. Rolls into the Toro zone. Jockham's back on it, leaves it to the near side, but Backel's there. Pass to the far side, doesn't get through to Small. Winkler's shot tipped out front. A good job by Stachowiak to kick that to the corner, and then Stachowiak got tripped down. That'll draw a call. Riley Scher into the box. Toros to the power play for the second time tonight. Draw will be to the right of Kokendorfer. 50-50 draw, eventually dug out and cleared by the Wings. Far side, O'Hannison touches up the wall for Kettinen. Kettinen met there, he lost it, and it's cleared the distance. This is O'Hannison. Near side, O'Hannison tries the far. Small, couldn't gain the line cleanly. Toros have to wait for Muller to touch up. Just a minute left on the power play. O'Hannison lost the handle as he gained the line, and the Toros will have to retreat and retrieve once again. This is Casey. Casey hands to Stahowiak. Stahowiak in, puts it in front, loose puck, cleared the distance. 33 seconds left on the power play as Brady James stops. Chris Meyer checking in from New Jersey. Kim Bartel. Wesley Wallace, a Wings fan, is aboard. Asking if Nikolai Chiskevich is playing. I don't see him in the lineup tonight. I do not know why. Near side, Stahowiak. Stepped into, dumped in by Mahler. Wings come full strength. Mahler pinches down, blocks that off, but Spencer couldn't find the handle. Wings send this down the ice, it'll go for an icing. 17:05 left to go here in period number 2. Toros still lead 1-0. No shots on goal yet this period. A long delay as the Wings continue it, as they always do, play games on icings. Bear up on the draw. Pollock wins it back into the corner, hammered around to the far side. It caught the netting. And they're moving the draw out to neutral. Wings win it back. Reed spinning, pressured by Gardner. Tries the near side. Gravnik. Good step up by Ty James. Frees that puck up, but Backel there in support found it first. Gibbs up the wall. Gardner has to give it back to him. Pass ahead is off the mark. Loose at the side of the net. Gravnik finds it. Carries back towards the blue line. Now to the far point. Gravnik just sweeps it down low. Riley Sharon touches it back towards the point, but it splits the defense. Out to neutral it goes. Gardner pokes it free. Gardner tries to hand to Spencer. A diving breakup by Reed, however. Wings go back the other way. Sharon holding. Poked off his stick by Bear, and Mahler just hoists it ahead. Into the Wings change. It deflects off a player into their bench. Time for the Mosquito Joe pest of the game. Riley Sharon, the Wings captain, 104 penalty minutes in 47 games played. Draw to the left of Brady James. Our side. Carried ahead by the Toros. This is Stahowiak into the zone. Stahowiak, shot save made. Rebound to the side of the net. Mahler couldn't find it. Good job by Zwiecki to pinch down the wall. Gets it to Stahowiak. Stahowiak. Help from Zwiecki again. Out front, Stahowiak. Shot save made. Small. Goes up top for Mahler with a shot. That finds the end glass. Stahowiak on his backhand. Couldn't get it towards the cage. And then this gets sent down the ice. Ingstrup wins the race for an icing. Draw will be to the left of Croy Kokendorfer. 935 ticks left to talk here in period number 2. Emmons with Ohannesson in the shooting hole. We've seen Ohani score off face-off wins from that spot several times this year. Wings win the draw. Flip ahead on the near side. Cole stepped into. Far side. Big hit behind the play. Woogie picking his way through traffic. Leaves up top for Jockham's return feed. Broken up, and it's almost a 2-on-0, but the pass was off the mark. That allows the Toros to get back. Shot save made. Rebound. Carried in behind. They come to Ream at the near point. Shot blocked by Ohannesson. Ream flips one that's blocked by Jockham's to the corner. Pollock on it. Near side. This is Lindstrom. Working on Gibbs. He turns back, throws to the middle. Good read by Knox. He breaks that up. Bulgakov in behind the net. Pass tipped by goaltender Brady James, but held at the point. Cholera chips it in behind for Gibbs. Gibbs banks it out to neutral, but Bulgakov takes back over. He has to turn back as Pollock was in offside. His pass is picked off by Emmons. Drops to Gibbs near side Muller. Muller's dump in is blocked by the linesman, and now the Toros have to regroup in neutral. Dawson tried to feed it ahead for Casey. This is Gibbs. Broken up. Chad Muller ahead on the near side. Dawson stepped into, but he fed it through to Casey. Casey trying to drive the net. Forced in behind, finds Dawson, but shanked to the corner. Cholera and Muller jousting there. Cholera finds it, then turns it over to Muller. Muller looking in front. It was off the mark for Casey. Fed in front, and then a cover by Brady James. .13:34 left to go here in period number 2. Draw will be to the right of Brady James. Backel and Zwiecki. No, Small will step in. Toros will shuffle around. Small won it back. Ty James finds it. And then throws ahead to the far side, and it's an offside play. I think they're discussing if that should be an intentional offside. And it is, so that'll bring the draw down. Draw to the right of Kokendorfer. This game is slowed its pace a bit. Far side, Zwiecki. Stepped into. They joust along the boards. Good keep by Ty James. He throws it down into the corner. Comfort after it, moves it up the near wall. Ty James pinching down. Gets taken hard into the wall. Zwiecki there. Ty James worked over by Backel. Still managed to throw it towards the net. Blocked in front by Comfort, however. Near side, Backel. Beat by James. Puck poked deep into the Toro zone. Mahler. Delayed offside. Small. His pass was broken up by Weisner. Far side, Sharon into the zone. Rolls it deep. Ty James jousting with Cull. Zwiecki steps in as well. Battle in behind the net. Ty James has lost his stick. Up top for Reed. Reed plays across. Shot blocked in front. Here comes to Mahler, who shoveled it for Small. Small gives to Stahowiak, who just chips it into the corner. Small on the rebound off the dump in. Fired one on net. Meanwhile, Cull stepped into Stahowiak in neutral. This is Kokendorfer. Far side, Ruge. This is dumped in, delayed offside. Gardner didn't hold the line, so Bear is to touch up. Near side, Cholera. Stepped into by Bear. Jockums keeps at the point, but his shot is blocked. 11 and a half left to play here in period number 2. Far side, a touch by Spencer. Breaking up, Jockums carries in. Jockums has it poked free. Bear fighting for it, but it's ahead for Bulgakov. Bulgakov up the far side, a good reach by Bear, forces a dump. Near side, Spencer had his stick lifted by Pollock. Loose puck to the near side, Jockums able to bull his way out to neutral. It pops up high and out of play. 10:54 left to go here in period number 2. Media timeout. We'll keep it here. Toros lead 1-0. 2 shots on goal for each team so far in this period as we get a look at the updated Central Division standings. Coming into play tonight, Bismarck, by way of playing North Iowa, going to gain at least a couple of points on the Toros. St. Cloud and Austin, let's check in on that one. Still 1-0, Dylan Cook with a goal 10 seconds into the second period. Next Tuesday matchup here on the Pepsi rink. The Bobcats come to town, one of the 5 games Toros have remaining with them, which the Toros don't sweep the Wings. You got to think if Bobcats are going to sweep North Iowa. There's a shot off the post, I think. Johannesson hands it back. Ingstrup with a long shot that's gloved and held by Kokendorfer. And now Ream just took a swing at Emmons well after the play. Which angered Knox. Draw will be to the left of Kokendorfer. .10:35 left to play. We'll move it to the right of Kokendorfer. Emmons. He'll take this against Seth Wall. Draw one back, but it gets through Ingstrup. He'll dump it in. Toros have to touch up. Comfort to the near side, banks ahead. That will go for an icing. Ingstrup wins the race. Icing's brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. 10:21 left to go here in period number 2. Still 1-0 Toros. Draw to the right of Kokendorfer. Emmons and Wall once again. Emmons wins it back. Mahler shot through traffic, save made. Rebound to the far side Wall. Emmons tries to flick to Ohannesson. It's cut off, however. And now Kupel tries to go the other way. Mahler taken into the wall. Long shot in and out of the glove. Rebound controlled by Adam Mahler. Sweeps ahead for Kettinen. Kettinen wants Ohannesson into the zone. Ohannesson for Emmons. He fanned on it. Kettinen carries around behind the net. Tried to put it towards the front. It was blocked off. Now on the near side, Comfort rolls it towards the Toros zone, and Jockums wins the race. So another icing. Draw will be to the right of Kokendorfer once again. Some tired wings. As they tried to sneak a change in, Wall gets brought back out. So Wall and Casey off the icing. 9:35 to go here in period number 2. Casey tried to shoot it off the draw. Good stick by Dawson. Forces it to the corner. Turner brings it to the far side. Woogie keeps it. Chops it to the near corner. Dawson races over. Tries to shovel it down the wall. Jockums pinches. Keeps it alive. Wall to the boards. Manages to chop that ahead. Will get deep enough for the Wings to change most of their players. Toss ahead, poked into the zone by Dawson. Mackey left it to the far side, and now another long pass, but up to save icing was Sharon. He couldn't do anything with the puck, however, and the Toros control. Turned over in neutral. Turner comes to the near side with it. Backel had Riley Sharon in offside. Palindrome on the clock, 8:48 left to play here in period number 2. Shots 15-10 in favor of the Toros. Backel and Zwiecki. Toros win the draw. Knox ahead. Backel couldn't find the handle. Small does. Small gains the line. Tries to walk to the middle. Shot save made. Small had initially lost the puck. Was able to get it back, and the timing almost threw Kokendorfer off. Meanwhile, Zwiecki and Backel jousting in the corner. Small there to help as well. Mackey pins Zwiecki. Small with the puck. Small feeds Zwiecki, who walks out from behind. Doesn't get it to go. Kokendorfer shut it down. Sharon ahead. The pass was off the mark for Gravnik. Stahowiak holds. Feathers it in for Small. He's got Zwiecki driving the net. Tip play. It's in. Bar down for Zwiecki. Toros lead. 2-0. What a find, what a finish. Stahowiak to Small, to Zwiecki, to the back of the net. Toros lead 2-0. Wings dump it into the Toro zone off the draw. Near side, Gardner into the zone.
Assisting on the goal, number 81, Trevor Stahowiak. Time of the goal, 11 minutes, 53 seconds. That goal was scored with the Four Bears Casino money pot.
Gardner fans on a shot. This is rolled deep. Pollock stepped into. Out to neutral goes Reed. Plays across, far side. Touched in off the mark. Ruge finds it, banks ahead. He wanted Ohannesson. Ohannesson saves icing. It's a tripping call behind the play. Who's it on? They called the icing. Who are they taking to the box? Bulgakov goes to the box. Jack Ohannesson was ahead on that race by a mile. Why are they putting the draw in neutral? Either way, Toros to the power play. For the second time this period. Near side, Ohannesson. Ohannesson feeds Kettinen. Kettinen over the line, looks across for Small. It's off the mark. The Toros will have to retreat and retrieve. Kettinen rings it deep, near side, Ohannesson. Ohannesson down the wall for Muller. Muller's tied up. Ohannesson plays it back to the point and Woogie. Woogie looks across for Kettinen. Back up top for Woogie. Hands to Kettinen. Kettinen walks in, tries to feed Small back to Woogie. Woogie looking for a lane. Thinks he has one. It goes wide. Rebound found by Small. 66 ticks left to talk on the power play. They come across for Ohannesson. He'll catch a carom off the wall. Ohannesson up top for Woogie. Colby Volk to Ohannesson. Ohannesson walks in, wires, it's blocked. Ohannesson finds it, touches up top for Volk. Colby Volk tries the near side and Kettinen. Kettinen back up top for Woogie. Back to Kettinen, across for Ohannesson. Ohannesson, no lane, so he gives to Small, whose shot is blocked up. It lands in the rink. It looked like it was going to go out of play. They dig in the near corner. Small for Ohannesson. Ohannesson has Woogie in the slot. Couldn't get it there. And behind the net for Muller. Muller gives to Kettinen. Kettinen walks in. Wires. Save made. Rebound to Ohannesson. He kicks to the stick. Turns it back up top. Just 10 seconds left on the power play. Ohannesson comes across for Kettinen. Shot blocked. To the far side. Woogie. Wings come full strength as that's blocked up off the glass. Kettinen down the wall. Toros still only have one defenseman on the ice, and now that goes up and out of play. 4:29 left to go here in period number 2. Draw will be to the left of Kokendorfer. Ty James with a shot that's gloved and held. For a whistle, 4:26 left to play here in period number 2. Toros lead by 2. James down the wall. Stahowiak keeps it moving. Zwiecki. Working in the corner. Far side. Turner. Lost it to Stahowiak, who worked it down low. Kicks free. Near side. Dawson. Dawson's shot through a leg is blocked off. Adam Mahler pokes it down into the corner. Far side. This is Zwiecki turning. One-timer for Stahowiak goes wide. Puck to the near side. Ty James throws in front. No one home for the Toros. Wings have just 3 shots on goal this period. Toros have 10. 3:27 to play. Ty James bumped off in the near corner. Stahowiak hit hard, but he made the play ahead to Dawson. Dawson dumps it in. Good hit by Spencer, but the puck ahead to the near side. Gloved and held by Brady James. For a whistle. 3:05 left to play here in period number 2. Draw will be to the right of Brady James. Wings control. Shot through traffic goes wide. Rebound to the near side. Gardner digging against Lindstrom. Knox controls. Knox flips that ahead. This is Bear. Dumped in by the Toros. Far side, Gardner up on the pressure. He and Comfort come together. Puck squirts to the near side, to the middle, I should say. Lindstrom hands to Cholera. Cholera dumps it in. Brady James rings it to the far side. Dawson Fights through a check. Gains the line. Dawson wants Bear. Bear walks and wires it in. Colby Bear extends the lead to 3. With a rocket on the rush. And that one goes for an icing. Here's the call to goal.
His 7th of the season. Goal scored by number 29, Colby Bear. Assisting on the goal, number 11, Will Dawson. Time of the goal, 17 minutes, 43 seconds.
So Bear from Dawson. And it's 3-0 Toros. Casey dumps it down low, Chad Muller. Muller trying to feed it in front for Casey. It's cut off. Poked free, but it's onto the tape of Reed. Far side, Wings gain the line. Kupel throws it down low. Shots 21-11 in favor of the Toros. So this is Casey. He was short of center. They wave off icing. Kettinen trying to chase it down against a pair of Wings. It's Ream who ends up with it. 92 seconds left, taken away by Casey. Casey looks up top for Jockums. Jockums wires, save made, and the rebound gathered back up by Kokendorfer. 123. Troy Hicks tuned in, enjoys watching the Toros, seeing his family on the glass in 102. Of course, Troy spends most of his time now in Tennessee. Christina Payne tuned in, watching from home this weekend. No doubt everyone aboard except for maybe the occasional Wing fan enjoying the 3-0 lead as we have a bad drop. Goals from Knox, Zwiecki, and Bear. Draws to the right of Kokendorfer. Wings win it sideways. Play to the near side. Ty James steps up on Gravnik. Frees it up and works it down low for Kettinen. Turned over in front. O'Hannison just missed up over the crossbar. Came back in front. Kokendorfer gloved it and held on. Draw will be to the left of Kokendorfer. Emmons and Weisner. Emmons wins it back. Ty James gives to Mahler. Mahler's shot blocked out front. Kettinen taken to the corner. Emmons finds O'Hannison for another shot that goes up off the glass. Final minute of the play brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Equipment. Meanwhile, Ty James gets tied up, but Kettinen there to help out. Kettinen tries to give it back to James. It's off the mark, but Emmons covering his point finds it. Kettinen hands to James. James walks to the hash marks. Looking in front for O'Hannison. It's taken away. 40 seconds left to go here in the period. Toros lead 3-0. They're doubling up the Wings in shots, 22-11. Chip ahead has O'Hannison. O'Hannison delays, tries to feather one through for Emmons. It's broken up. Emmons wins it back, though. Emmons looks up top. Mahler's one-timer's blocked out front. Up and out of play. 22.6 left to play here in Period number 2. Draw will be to the left of Kokendorfer. Zwiecki and Pollock. Down the wall, thrown up and look out of play. Everyone okay? Looks like it. 18.5 left to go here in period number 2. Zwiecki and Pollock on the draw to the left of Kokendorfer. Zwiecki won it forward, was trying to drag it through to himself. It didn't work, but now it comes back to him behind the net. He feeds Small. Small with 10 seconds left. Up top, Knox. Knocks across for Woogie. Woogie tries a shot. Tip doesn't go for Zwiecki. He gets it back. Throws it in front. He wanted either Small or Stahowiak. Both were crashing the net. And now the horn sounds to end the period. Toros lead 3-0. We will keep it here. Shots 22-11. That should be clear. 22-11. Toros 0 for 3 on the man advantage. As the Toros lead 3-0 on the Shields of Minot's scoreboard. Time for a little chuck-a-puck action in the house. Recap the scoring for you. Weston Knox from Gibbs and Muller at 7:05 of the first made it 1-0 in favor of the Toros. Nick Zwiecki at 11:53 of the second from Small and Stahowiak doubled the lead. Zwiecki is 12th of the season. Small 18th assist. Stahowiak assist number 28. Colby Bear his 7th of the season from Will Dawson, who got helper number 15. Pushed it to 3-0. That came at 17:43 of the period. And what has been a pretty dominating effort for the Creaming Cardinal. Second period shots on goal, 12-3 in favor of the Toros. Looking at the out-of-town scoreboard, still 1-0 in St. Cloud in favor of the Austin Bruins. The Bruins look to jump St. Cloud for the 4th and final playoff spot. And the Bobcats, a 6-1 lead still on North Iowa. Shots on goal in the third period in that game are listed at 1-0 in favor of Bismarck. So the Bobcats may be calling off the Dogs a bit. So, assuming that these scores hold, the Toros will stay 6 points ahead of the Bobcats. Both will pull 2 more points away from the Wings. The Bruins will jump ahead of the Norsemen. So again, still 20 minutes to play here, but Toros would improve to 71, the Bobcats to 65, leaving a 6-point difference between the clubs. The Wings would hold at 55, the Norsemen at 52, but the Bruins would jump to 53. Looking at the rest of the out-of-town scores. It is Rochester 6-0 over Danbury. Maine 6-2 over Northeast. Johnstown 4-2 over New Hampshire. New Jersey 4-2 over Maryland. Janesville 5-0 over Chippewa. That's in the third. Shreveport and Oklahoma are 3 aside. Wisconsin and Minnesota are even at aces in the third. Odessa trails New Mexico 3-1. Corpus a 3-2 lead on Colorado. Lone Star and El Paso are even at aces in the second. Not yet underway. Kenai at Alaska and Springfield at Fairbanks. We'll send you out to break.
Tires that are reliable and safe to get her family where they need to be. Needs a tire that's heavy duty for all of his off-roading adventures. Needs tires that can get him from point A to point B. No matter what you drive or your budget.
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
RPMs raise your BPMs. If the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in. Go out. Go off. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care. Here to keep you firing all cylinders.
Life there's good, better, and the best. The same theme applies for our car and light truck tires at Northwest Tire. We offer you good tires, better tires, and the best tires. Which choice is right for you? That depends on your tire performance needs and your budget. The choice is yours. Come in and talk to one of our tire experts, and we'll help you decide which tire is best for you.
Nothing has embodied the American spirit like the family farmer. Year after year, they continue to work the land and plant their crops. Through droughts, floods, and uncertain markets, they keep that spirit alive with another crop harvested for the next generation. And for that, we tip our hats to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Tomorrow might be hard to see. Tomorrow is right in front of us. and we're always looking towards it. Investing another $4 billion in renewable energy and low-carbon solutions through 2025. And lowering emissions by modernizing our infrastructure, bridging to a sustainable energy future.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we began our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
The Left Lighter is Minot's premier liquor store. Whether you're looking for wine, cold beer, or a fine bourbon, stop in and browse our selection, or make a quick stop at our convenient drive-thru. The Left Lighter Lounge and Liquor Store.
On the bench with Toros forward Nick Zwecki. Zwex, you scored the goal to make it 2-0. Let's take another look at it. Just walk us through this play.
Yeah, so there was a turnover in the neutral zone, and it got to Trev, and Trev made a nice breakout pass to Smalls. Smalls made a beautiful backhand pass across, and I just chipped it over the shoulder.
A huge goal to make it 2-0. How much easier is it for you guys to breathe on the bench when that lead extends from just that 1-goal lead to suddenly 3?
It's definitely a good feeling, but we can't change anything we're doing, and we're definitely just not going to take the 3-goal lead lightly. We want more.
Looking at that period, outshot them 12-3. What is it that had you guys clicking so well?
Our forecheck was really good, and our second efforts on the forecheck, our back check, and working above pucks and just keeping it in their zone, keep getting shots, and trying to find rebounds in front.
All right, what do you guys got to do to finish this one off and walk out of here with 2 points?
Keep doing the same thing we did that second period. Just keep working in on the forecheck and keep getting shots on net.
All right, I'll let you go get ready for the third. Thanks for taking a minute.
Thank you very much.
That's Toros forward Nick Zwecki, and that was the Farmers Union intermission interview.
As far as what Plains Egg has to offer, great pay, along with some of the best benefits that I've seen in the job market.
The company understands the importance of family and family values. You need to have that time with your children. Plains Egg is 100% family oriented.
I love working here. Very helpful.
There's no problem it feels like we can't solve when we're working together.
Go to plainsegg.com, fill out the application, and we'll be in touch with you shortly.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Life is for living. And at First International Bank and Trust, we're all about living, helping your dreams come true. Because we're not just in the banking business. We're in the first home business, the community sponsorship business, the how do I make this happen business, making your banking life easy, so you can focus on what matters most. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
A state-of-the-art hospital and medical office building built with you in mind. The new healthcare campus and medical district. Now open in Minot. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Keep your child's brain development on track. Talk to your child about the dangers of alcohol use. This message brought to you by the First District Health Unit and the Minotauros.
Honey? Good news and bad news.
The trick to throwing well is knowing where you want the ball to go.
Like how the local bankers at First Western Bank and Trust take the time to learn about you and recommend banking services like online banking or personal loans that keep your goals on target.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Hi. I'd like to add my new motorcycle to my insurance policy, please.
Is it what's it called?
No, it's a motorcycle. No, it's a motorcycle. It has two wheels, a seat, handlebars.
Does it have truck users?
Can I speak to a live agent?
Impossible. All agents have been neutralized.
At Farmers Union Insurance, technology is important, and so is finding the best options for our clients, person to person. Farmers Union Insurance, local agents, more options, great rates.
I've been canning my whole life. It's one of my favorite pastimes. Today I can raspberry jam.
That's my favorite kind.
Here, take it with you.
Thanks, Grandma.
Now for my prize collection.
They gotta know what they're doing, right? I think the USHL team in Sioux Falls did it recently. Yeah, they rebranded.
Each jar shows the year it was canned. That way I won't put it in here.
Grandma, what's that?
Oh. Your grandfather and I worked so hard for this. It's our life savings.
In a jar?
Canning is really the best way to preserve anything.
It's true. The way we've always done it isn't always the best way. See how we're changing for the better at Aspire.
Grandma, you can bank your phone now.
Oh, wow.
Aspire Credit Union. Aspire to more.
Reminder, alcohol is not a rite of passage. Stop normalizing underage alcohol use. This message brought to you by the First District Health Unit and the Minotauros.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service and competitive pricing without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call or visit circlesanitation.com.
Alcohol impacts development of the brain, and you can't buy your child a new brain. Take the pledge and say, not in my house. This message is brought to you by the First District Health Unit and the Minotauros.
Last call to vote on the Dakota West Credit Union fan pick of the game.
Welcome back inside the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Toros lead 3-0. As we get you ready for some chuck-a-puck action. Hopefully giving away, I haven't even looked at what the consolation prize is, $636. A reminder, this Tuesday, Toros and Bobcats here at the Mesa Arena, a 7:05 puck drop. See if we can't give away some money.
His first shot, he has a chance for $636.
Here we go, not quite.
Almost right off the bat. His second shot for $318.
There we go.
He scores.
$318.
All right, fans, it is time to jump around.
So, Toros will start the third period up 3, but down $318 after our consolation prize winner hit the second shot. Take a look at if any of those other games went final in the division. 8-2 now in Bismarck. Bobcats over the Bulls. And it did go final in St. Cloud. The Austin Bruins a 1-0 victory to leapfrog over the Norsemen. I don't know that the Toros have a preference between Austin and St. Cloud for who they end up in the first round with. Of course, if Bismarck catches the Toros, it could still be Aberdeen as well. And honestly, looking at those Central Division standings, if Aberdeen were to start to struggle, they're only 3 points ahead of the Norsemen or Bruins, but they've played more games. So actually only 2 points ahead of Austin if the score holds here, with Austin would have 2 games in hand. So Aberdeen's certainly not safely in playoff position quite yet. As we hit the stretch run, it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. Toros just hoping to stay at the top of the standings. They could be the first Central Division team to cross the 70-point barrier. Lone Star, the only team in the league to have 80 points, but they've played 52 games. That's 5 more games than the Toros have played to this point. So they're still within striking distance as well. But Toros, I think, would be happy just to win the division and let Robbie Cup seeding be an issue for later. Toros working right to left once again. Zwiecki on the draw, wins it back. It all goes all the way back to the goaltender, Brady James. Wasn't very busy in period number 2, only had to make 3 stops. Backel hands to the far side. Kuhn dumps it deep. Weston Knox hands off to Stahowiak. Stahowiak, long shot, gobbled up by Kokendorfer. 19:35 left to go in regulation. Draw will be to the left of Kokendorfer. Toros win the draw. Small with a shot, paddled away by Kokendorfer. Bulgakov retreats behind the cage. Sent all the way down. They'll wave off icing. Now comes to the front of the net for a cover by Brady James. Draw will be to the right of Brady James. Correctly not credited with a save on that puck that bounced to the front of the net. Shots now 24-11. In favor of the Toros. To the far corner. Up top for Turner. Turner shot. Blocked out front. The rebound Fandon and O'Hannison will be able to turn. This is Kettinen. Maybe that did get through. They credited James with a save. Meanwhile, O'Hannison spins it down low. Kettinen spins off a check. Puts it in front. A good stick. Breaks it up, but it's kept at the point by Jochums. He'll just dump it deep. For those of you who are keeping track, just 2 penalties in the second on the wing, so that goes under in our four Bears over-unders game. So that's thrown to the far side. Brady James would need to make 18 more saves, as there's one that goes off his glove and then the glass. Not credited though. This one bounced ahead. O'Hannison trying to get through Reed, cannot. Shot by Wall, blocked. Dawson able to work that out to neutral. Mahler jumps over him. Cuts to the middle, he lost the handle. Dawson plays it up top. Casey with a shot, gloved and held for a whistle. Draw will be in the offensive zone. To the left of Kokendorfer. Far side. Pass for Dawson, split the wickets, and now the puck goes the other way. This is Conan. Conan wide, save made by Brady James. Rebound turned to the near side. Will Dawson poked off his stick at the red line. Wings try to counter quickly. Riley Sharon drops for Conan. Shot, save made. No rebound given, and then Sharon with a very late poke and then was very apologetic, which stopped any retaliation. 17:28 left to go here in period number 3. This is Winkler down the wall. Shot for Wisner is broken up, and then the puck chipped the other way. Won't go far enough for icing, and then it's tipped up and out of play for a whistle. Draw in neutral. Bear and Wisner on the draw. Wisner won it back. Gibbs breaks it up, turns it into a 2-on-1. Gardner has Spencer driving, tries a shot, shrugged up and over. Guards trying to get it to the front. Bear hacks at it as well. Puck pinballs. Eventually gets back down to the ice. Guards chops it down the wall. Spencer lets it go to Bear. Bear turns back for Spencer. He missed it, but Gibbs finds it. Shot blocked by Cole. This one rolls down the ice. Wisner trying to drive the net. Stopped by Brady James. Ahead for Spencer. Comfort. And then Spencer hit awkwardly. Still comes out of the pile with it. Guides it back to Ingstrup. Shot save made. Stahowiak feeds Zwiecki. He's got Spencer going to the front. Tip play doesn't go. Woogie keeps it to Spence. Spence feeds Zwiecki. Tried to slide it over to Stahowiak. Didn't get through. Now Zwiecki. Lost the handle. Ahead. Stahowiak breaks it up from Pollock. But the Toros are forced out to neutral. Shot skips wide. Stahowiak's on the rebound. Stepped into by Comfort. 15:50 left to go here in period number 3. Zwiecki to the front. Long shot. Tip goes wide. Zwiecki. And it doesn't go. .36 left to play. Draw will be Zwiecki and Cholera on the draw. Far side. Kupel dumps it in. To the near side. Cholera gives to Zwiecki. Zwiecki and Mahler play catch. Now Zwex looks across. He wanted Stahoyak. It was off the mark. Wings behind their own net. Play it to the near side. Mahler steps into wall, and along the boards they battle. Zwiecki digs it out of the scrum. Plays up top. Ty James with his shot. It's blocked up and out of play for a whistle. 15:04 left to go here in regulation. Toros lead 3-0. Shots are 25-15 in favor of the Toros. 4-3 this period in favor of the Wings as they attempt to come back. Knox family tuned in Minnesota. Toros control in the corner. This is Kettinen. Spins off pressure. Long shot. Save made by Kokendorfer. Draw will be to the left of Kokendorfer once again. Draw to the left. Kokendorfer upended. Was Kettinen. Toros still hold the zone. It's Emmons down the wall. Kettinen spins it to Emmons. Emmons gets the defender turned around. Shots blocked to the side of the net. Poked at, still loose. Up top it comes. Gibbs touches for Knox. Knox back across for Gibbs. Gibbs, long shot that sails wide. Kettinen throws it to the middle. Unable to handle it was Emmons. Ream on it, throws ahead. Gibbs pinned along the wall. Toros jam it back ahead into the offensive zone. Emmons after it. Comfort gets there, spins it to the near side. Freed up, but the Toros couldn't find it. Now it's Comfort carrying ahead. Hacked off his stick. Meanwhile, a broken twig lays in neutral. Ahead for Emmons. Emmons dumps it in. Kokendorfer out of his net. Throws it to the far side. Ohannesson has his shot blocked. Gets it back. Ohannesson fought off by Kokendorfer. Woogie keeps it. His shot through traffic. Save made. Rebound to the near side. Casey back to Colby Volk. His shot hits Kettinen. Lays free. Ohannesson tied up, and now he tries his shot that's gobbled up by Kokendorfer. And then Riley Sharon just cross-checked Ohannesson as Ohannesson tried to skate away. What are they taking Ohannesson for? 2 minutes for getting cross-checked? This is the second time the Toros should have had a power play taken away. Either way, Toros lead 3-0 and will go for a side. So, 4 aside, Small, Zwiecki, Jochums, and Woogie. I don't know what referee Beck said to Trevor Stahowiak. Stacks related to the bench, and Tyler Ebner is just shaking his head. They call a hold on O'Hannison. Toros pressuring. It's Zwiecki who's up on the pressure. A good stick by Jochums breaks it up. And the Toros control. Minute 35 left in the 4-on-4. Toss across, finds Zwex. Zwex into the zone. Shot. Save made with the paddle. Woogie on the rebound. Couldn't quite settle it down. Carried ahead by Winkler, far side. Winkler, backhand try, save made by Brady James. Around to the near side, Colby Volk. Woogie and Zwex control for the Toros. 64 ticks left to talk in the 4-on-4. 12:40 left to play. Here in regulation, Toros lead by 3. This is Caden Casey ahead. Chris crosses with Dawson. Casey tries a shot that's partially blocked and goes wide. Checks up behind the net. Reed plays it to the near corner. Bulgakov looking to evade Dawson. He can't do so. Casey and Dawson dig it out. Dawson up top for Mahler. Mahler walks in, wires. Save made, no rebound given by Kokendorfer. 38 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Toros lead by 3. Draw will be to the right of Kokendorfer. .50-50 draw. Reed tackles Dawson. Dawson trying to get up, finally does. Pressure on Comfort. He falls down. Dawson tried to get it to the front. Kokendorfer blocked it off, but Casey gathers. Caden Casey tries the far point, and Ty James. Ty James with a shot. That's blocked. Far side. Good job by Casey to keep it and just punch it deep. Toros control. Casey in front for Kettinen, who couldn't pull the trigger. Both teams come full strength. Kettinen hands off to Ty James. Into the corner for Casey. Casey leaves for O'Hannison. O'Hannison gets spun down to the near side. Into the zone come the Wings. They'll scrum along the near side wall. This is Kettinen into the zone. It's broken up. Odd man rush. Cholera looks for the trailer. And they don't even get a shot on goal. Sharon guides it back to the point. Reen can't hold it there. Spencer pressuring Lindstrom. Lindstrom throws it back up the wall. Weston Knox holds. Toros in no rush, leading by 3. Into the zone. Bear has it poked free. Gibbs coming on, punches it deep. Gardner to the middle. Bear on his backhand. Shot was partially blocked. Guards trying to come out from behind. This is it up top for Knox. Knox with a shot through traffic. Kokendorfer able to close the wickets. Draw will be to the Draw will be to the right of Kokendorfer. Bear. And Weisner. on the draw. Knox punches it down the wall. Spencer swats it deep. Kokendorfer out of his net, plays to the far side. Kuhn tries the near. Winkler into the zone, bumped off by Knox, rolls it deep. They find Backel behind the net. Luke Backel trying to stuff it. It eventually squirts through on the second try. And the Wings pull within 2 with 10 minutes to play and break the shutout. So, this is Stahoyak. Dumped in. Woogie down the wall. It doesn't get through. Up top, Comfort. Poked free. Shot coming on the rush, doesn't go. Rebound ends up in behind. Adam Mahler just got taken down by Comfort. And the Toros will go to the power play. Nick Comfort arguing his case. He had Adam Mahler by the back and just jumped on him. Comfort just threw his stick. They call it a cross check. Offensive zone draw coming to start the power play. I don't know that it was a cross check, but you definitely can't just wrap your stick around the guy and tackle him. So whatever the official wants to call it. Draw to the right of Kokendorfer, 9:18 to play. Toros lead by 2. Up top, Kettinen. Gives to O'Hannison, back to Woogie, across to Kettinen. Kettinen walks in, tries a shot, it's blocked. Jam at the side of the net, doesn't go for Muller. Muller back to Kettinen. Kettinen up top for Woogie. It's Kettinen. Looking into the middle, it's broken up. This is Muller leaving for Kettinen. In front for Small. Small for O'Hannison. One-timer doesn't go. Small around behind the net for Kettinen. Kettinen up top for Woogie. Woogie shot, save made. Kokendorfer didn't see it through a screen. The screen was provided by Muller, who has it now in the corner. His pass across is blocked off by Will Turner. Toros get it back. Banked up top for Woogie. Woogie across for Kettinen. Kettinen finds O'Hannison. O'Hannison delays. Shot blocked in front. And then Small able to chase it down. Backel throws to the far side. And now finally Ream gets the clear. 54 seconds left on the power play. O'Hannison drops it back for Casey. Casey ahead for Knox. Weston Knox rolls it into the zone. Adam Mahler after it. Mahler gives back to Knoxy. Touched up top. They come across for Stahowiak. Stahowiak's shot blocked by Lindstrom. Back up top. They come across for Knox. Knox. Shot. Tip. It's in. Will Dawson restores the 3-goal lead. Draw will be back at center off the goal. What do we got? The Wings nets off. Here's the call to goal.
Dawson is 12th on the season. Assisting on the goal, number 44, Weston Knox. Also assisting on the goal, number 42, Adam Mahler. Time on the goal, 12 minutes, 19 seconds.
Media timeout. Toros lead 4-1. As you get a look at the fewest goals allowed, Lone Stars only allowed 97 on the season. The Toros, second best, have just allowed 100. We'll make that 101 after that last one. But Toros lead 4-1. Draw will be to the left of Kokendorfer. Zwiecki and Riley Sharon on the draw. One back by Zwiecki. Forced out to neutral. Knox just dumps it in. Puck to the near side. Knox ahead. Stahowiak. Big hit on the near side. It rolls deep. Small can't gather. Riley Sharon can't either. Knox swats at it. The pinball's around. Knox comes out with it. Knox delays. Now we'll just chip it on net. It comes back to him. Knox's shot is blocked. Small poked at the puck, and now it's given to Emmons. Emmons trying to dance in. Bumped down, but Stahowiak was there. Feeds to Emmons. Emmons working on the near side. Stahowiak comes to help out. Eventually the Wings had numbers and gained possession. Flicked ahead. Ingstrup gloves down and rolls it into the zone. Kokendorfer. Thrown ahead on the far side. Ruge. On the near side. dumps it in. Kokendorfer puts it in behind the net. Played to the far side. Ruge steps into call. They dig along the boards. Toros find it in neutral. This is Engstrup dumping it in. Kokendorfer out of his net. Plays ahead. Kettinen cut it off. Near side Turner. Turner throws ahead on the near. Backel lost it to Casey. This is Casey rolling it deep. Looks to chase it down himself. Kettinen. Hands to Ty James. James walks in. Wires. Save made. Rebound. Comes to the near side. This is Casey. Left it in the corner. Everyone left it. Casey goes back and gets it. Finds Ty James. Shot save made. Rebound up high in the air. Dawson gloves it down to the stick. Turned over. Shot. One timer doesn't go for Casey. Dawson and Backel come together. Dawson wins the battle. Gives to Muller, who touches back up top. Ty James. Ty James wires. Save made. No rebound given. 4-1 with 4:49 to play. Here in regulation. Draw will be to the left of Kokendorfer. Dawson digs it out, brings it to the corner, then throws to the near side. Bulgakov had space as Knox backed off, but the Wings have iced the puck. Icing's brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. Draw will be to the right of Kokendorfer. Pollock and Casey, 4:40 to play. 50-50 draw. Dawson finds it, puts it in front for Casey. His one-timer stopped by Kokendorfer. Gibbs fans on that, and now a delayed call coming. It'll be on Chad Muller for a chop. So the Toros to the kill. For the second time tonight. Draw to the left, make that right of Brady James, one back by the Wings. Bulgakov looks into the middle as Whiteke cut it off, feeds Stahowiak. Stahowiak chips it to himself, looks to chase it down. Stacks gets there, hammers, it goes off the goaltender and in behind. Winkler had trouble, throws to the near side, gets help. Bulgakov has trouble with Colby Volk. Support comes from Weisner. Weisner gets by Stahowiak. Save made, rebound given. Toss to the near side, Bulgakov. Banks back to the point, but it takes the Wings out to neutral. Ahead, Stahowiak breaks that feed up. And then it goes down the ice. Kokendorfer holds as his mates change. Wings start up ice. Winkler hands off. It's chipped in behind the net. Knocks on it and kicks it the distance. Wings mishandle at the line. This is Pollock into the zone. His drag move stopped by a poke from Mahler, and the Toros work it back out to neutral. Near side, Sharon dumps it in. Got hit hard by Spencer. Far side, puck squirts free. Toros elect to change. Wings come full strength. The Toros, I should say. Wings were at full strength that whole time, though you couldn't really tell. Far side touched ahead. Stahoyak breaks it up. Played to the near side. Wall plays it along the boards. Jockham's after it. Jockham's tied up by Kupel. Wins the battle anyway. Jockham's shovels it up the near side boards. Comfort there. Jockham's plays it in behind the net for Kobe Volk. Rugi played it up the wall. It's broken up. It comes back to the near side. 105 seconds left to go. Wings control in their own zone. Comfort to the far side. Played into the middle. Small picks that off. Small carries ahead. Tries to feed Zwiecki. It's cut off. It comes back to Zwiecki. His return to Small in the middle is blocked off, however, and the Wings go the other way. Ingstrup finds it. Ingstrup ahead for Small. Didn't catch it cleanly. Comfort takes over. Pressured by Small. Small takes it away. Pokes it in behind the net. Small in front. He wanted Bear. It didn't get through. Small shot gloved and held by Kokendorfer. 40 shots on goal for the Toros, 19 for the Wings. Final minute of play brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Equipment. Draw to the right of Kokendorfer. Final minute ticking away. Broken up by Ingstrup. Pollock plays it back. Turner to the far side. Mishandled by Holmstrom, allowing Mahler to take over. Ingstrup leaves off. Almost turned over. Then it is turned over. It squirts on net for a cover by Brady James. That's his 19th save of the evening out of a possible 20. Draw to the right. .30 seconds left. Wings try to win the draw forward. Toros cut it off. This is Ty James. Banks ahead on the near side. This will go for an icing. Icing is brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. Draw will be to the right of Brady James once again. And this is Ty James. Pinned along the boards as the final 13 seconds tick. Puck squirts free. Gibbs pokes it in behind the net. Gibbs up the ball. Spencer flips it. And it won't go far enough for icing. Toros win. Toros double up the wings in shots. Quadruple them in goals. Final score 4-1. We'll keep it here for the Liberty Tax 3 Stars. And a quick wrap as the Toros win on Friday. Toros salute the fans at center ice. Tank gives away some ice cream. And now we'll have the Liberty Tax 3 Stars in just a moment. Nick Zwecky's second period goal will end up being the game winner. Thanks to that late goal by Aberdeen. Here's the Liberty Tax 3 Stars of the game.
Liberty Tax 3 Stars of the game. The Liberty Tax third star of the night with 1 goal, number 19, Nicholas Zawecki. The Liberty Tax second star of the night with a goal and assist, number 44, Weston Knox. And tonight's Liberty Tax first star of the game with 1 goal and 1 assist, number 11, Will Dawson. That's your Liberty Tax 3 Stars of the game. You can be treated like a star this tax season at Liberty Tax. Call 701.
So, Toros win 4-1. We'll recap it for you. Weston Knox opened the scoring, 7:05 in. Jordan Gibbs and Chad Muller with the helpers. That made it 1-0 Toros. Nicholas Zwecki, the second star of the night. His 12th of the season from Small, his 18th helper. And Stahoyak, his 28th, made it 2-0. That one would be the eventual game winner. Colby Bear added some insurance, his 7th of the year from Will Dawson. 15th helper at 17:43 to make it 3-0 entering the third. 9:59 into the third. Luke Backel, his 4th of the year. Matthew Weisner with the assist. And then just 3 minutes later, not even 2 minutes and 19 seconds later, Will Dawson, his 12th of the season from Knox and Mahler, 19th and 12th helpers respectively. As you get another look at that goal by Dawson, the deflection out front. Here is another look at Small feeding Zwecki for what was the game winner. And then, is this Bearsy? Yep, Bearsy's goal. So we're showing them out of order, but you're getting a look at all of them. Toros win 4-1. There's another look at Zwecki's feed from, or Zwecki's goal off the feed from Small. And now the wide angle of Colby Bear on the rush. Toros win 4-1. We'll go for the sweep tomorrow night here on the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. for M and Grace on cameras, Sean Bachhoven on the 1s and 2, Kobe Brault directing it all, Josh Carlock on the PA. I'm Ken Oda, hoping you enjoyed the broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. We will talk to you tomorrow night from the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena.